there's no amount that is small. A little little drops actually makes an ocean. So this actually helps to support so many different areas, so many people in the community, which is something you can do. So please, the link will be shown on our page. Please kindly click on the link to donate your quota into it. Nothing is too small. Donate something today to support our community. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to bring on Sheyi. I believe you have questions. That's the last person. Sheyi, please go on and ask your question right now, please.
Hello, Sheyi.
My name is Sheyi Joseph, and I have two questions. Liverpool is known to be a land of many inventors, many firsts in the world. For example, the ambulance service started in Liverpool. Even the football net, the net behind the goalpost was developed in Liverpool. Even girls' grammar school started in Liverpool. The game of chess was invented by a Liverpoolian and so many others. So, but we've never had a black inventor in the history of Liverpool.
Oh, we have. Maybe. Yeah, I know, but what we have to look at it in context. And one of the big things the big issue that we have as a black community is often the work that we do is eradicated from history or whitewashed out or whatever word you want to use. That doesn't necessarily mean that we have made contributions in that particular field. It just means that we don't know about it, which is why we were talking earlier about it's so crucial to decolonise the curriculum, the education curriculum, so that we are able to educate our children on the contributions that we've made to society. I mean, I know somebody who's doing marvellous thing, and I think I know where your question is going to go, so I'll let you finish your question.
Sorry, ma'am, if I may ask, what's the name of the black inventor from Liverpool and what did he or she?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a massive invention, but it was something to do with a Hoover, something to do with how you use a Hoover in a number of different ways. I will send something on to Tizalea with his permission. We have to, we're going to probably talk about patents and, and intellectual property, etc. And so sometimes it's not about the fact that people haven't invented things. It's about the process and whether they've been able to paint what they've done and whether they've been able to secure their intellectual property on what they've done.
My question is in respect to that, because I've invented quite a number of stuff, and my gratitude to Gary Miller,
Yes.
because I've been his apprentice for quite a while now.
Yeah.
He's been met through me on the business front of what I've invented. So, but what I have seen is, or the area we have done stuff at the moment, is unlike in America, when you invent something, there are government agencies that help you patent what you invent, the
Yeah.
that is through the help of Gary Miller, connected to John Moore University, one of my 3 inventions. So, and John Moore universities have done marvelous support, marvelous support. But where I got stuck, Dr. Evans from John Moore University said, look, you can't go ahead into life prototype of this patents. Now, he came to my house to have a meeting with me because he believes so much in what I've invented is in the area of mental health.
Yeah.
Sorry, the price just standing and banging that door. Everyone can comment on Facebook. Everybody is saying noise. What is it?
Yeah.
And many more.
Yeah.
So, I want to
check all the comments on Facebook. Everybody saying there's background noise. Go on Facebook and see.
There is no financial gain
Yeah.
to unity. So my question, man, is can your charity give people from the community kind of support so that when they invent something, it will encourage them to, because when you reach the point of patent, that is where
Yeah.
you make law. It's a big process, and it's like David versus Goliath kind
Yeah.
of syndrome. Because if you are not careful, the big corporations snatch your ideas
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
cannot fight them.
Right, okay, so I'll try and, the part of the question is can my charities support? No, I'm sorry, I can't, because the 4 charities I have, any money that I raise legally has to go to those charities.
Yeah.
So the 4 charities that I have that I spoke about earlier, any money that I raise goes to those charities. It can't go anywhere else because it's raised in their name. I think in terms of, I mean, Gary Miller does a tremendous job. You know, you spoke about Gary Miller,
Yes,
and
he does.
you also spoke about the opportunity to you know, to invent and the opportunity to paint and stuff like that. I mean, you talked about, you know, inventors in Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool is made up of many, many entrepreneurs because, you know, necessity, you know, the need for necessity creates invention. And so we have the opportunity to do that. We have the opportunity to do that. But, you know, you're right, it's a field of work whereby the legislation, the funding, it is very vague in terms of, you know, being able to get it painted, the intellectual property side. And though, you know, we do have coaching sessions with Gary, which you've probably done with him. And he's able to help people to launch their problems.
Yeah.
But it's also really difficult because it's about the funding. And I don't believe that we can answer that question from local council. I think that is a national government initiative. I mean, I know through like the women's organisations, Hunger and Arnie Centre, who've just been funded through Liverpool City region. I mean, they've just received £93,000 to help with fledgling businesses. Now, you know, maybe there's something in your area where you could tap into something like that funding, but it's understanding the complex funding nature. And it is very complex because it's one of those things, unless you know it exists and how to access it, you can't access it. And so I totally agree with what you're saying, because opportunities are being missed, because there are great inventions. And we know historically as Black communities, we've always been massive inventors. So I mean, that's one you're going to have to leave with me for the moment. Number one, I can't put it through my charities because that's specific to my charities. But number two, I will speak further with Gary, and I'll also speak in terms of the Liverpool City region to see what's available nationally for people like yourself who are in that predicament. Great ideas, a lack of funding and a lack of support means that they never ever see the light of day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anna. I'm so grateful. You actually answered all the questions perfectly well. I am satisfied, and I believe everyone online today will be satisfied with the answer. So before we let you go, I have just a question as a business owner. So you've navigated your career and get where you are right now as a woman, as a woman from an ethnic minority background. What piece of advice would you give someone like me that wants to break through like you, that wants to get there, get to the top? I want to be someone as a Black woman. I want to get to that level. What advice would you give?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is it doesn't happen overnight. It takes many, many years of investing time and energy into doing what you believe in. I think that's the crucial component, because if you're doing something that you actually believe in, at those times when you want to give up, so enough is enough, and there aren't many times like that. You just think about the people and the impact that you're giving up without community members. And I think that's what keeps you going. And it's like when you've got no energy left, that energy draws strength and energy from somewhere, because you know that if you give up, you won't change anything. And you also know what the time you've invested will all be for nothing if you give up. And so, I mean, I think it's like you need a large helping and tenacity, stay in power, and you have to make sure that you're investing your time wisely. You also need to make sure that you build a power base within, like-minded people, whether they're community members or people in certain professions and certain fields, because it could be a very lonely place. When you're striving for change, not everybody sees your point of view, so sometimes it can feel quite isolated yourself. And so when you have a power base, somebody to go and check back in and to just reaffirm that you're on the right track, because my job is I'm a vehicle for change for other people. This is not about change for me, this is about pushing forward for change for other people. And sometimes I have to go back and check, have I got this right? Am I doing what I want to do? And then I can draw strength from that. So I think it's very difficult. I think I always say that I will send a presentation to you which might be useful for you to use. I always say that, I did a presentation for a university a couple of years ago for African and Caribbean students, and they asked me about leadership, and I had to ponder about leadership, and I did a presentation called the Not Behind, and the presentation looks at some of the challenges for Black men and women leaders, and so why are you doing it? I mean, are you doing it because it's something you believe in, or are you doing it because you want the accolade and the kudos? And for me, it's not about the kudos or the accolade, it's about something I live and breathe it, equality, I live and breathe it, and so that's my driving force.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm just going to go on Facebook and read some of the comments that we have for you there on Facebook. We have Anthony Matume. He said, greetings everyone.
Anthony, from Liverpool.
From Liverpool. Okay, I'm sure many of us are delighted to see you. Look well and strong. It's great indeed. And then I have Joy Bruckner online, and she said, as a representative of the trade and commerce to the Gambia, I will be happy to see increased trade and aid for that country after Brexit. So I believe she's making something about Brexit. I have met, everybody is just saying they're happy to see you and we are looking to a brighter future for 2021, and I believe that's what you are working towards right now. Is there, my panel, is there anyone that has missed out any of their questions for tonight? I believe we've all been satisfied. So,
I'm quite delighted
thank you.
Titilayo, I'm quite delighted that there's some work ongoing in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Just want to say that on behalf of many organized nations and charities of Africans and Caribbeans, we would love to ask that special interest as well. I can see there's a lot of interest. But because of Black Lives Matter and the issues that they're bringing us, we would love to see that more support is given into the Africans and the Caribbean. And the Windrush and the Commonwealth actually started only saying that, so that we have equal access. And I believe that the issue of equality is always the priority. We need equal access, and as Lord Mayor Anna thought, both of you bringing those issues and helping us to bring those issues right at the forefront of the government. That is something that we needed. And thank you so much to the Pacesetters as well for Titilayo, for the work that you're doing with businesses and asking questions how are Black businesses being supported. And of course, that is absolutely key. I just wanted one more question. What are we doing to alleviate you talked about the food banks, but how are we doing in that sector to ensure that this Christmas and New Year communities or grassroots communities are not really suffering, and especially, I know in the area you say it's tier 2, but like in London, today it's just going to tier 4. So is there a specific thing that Africans and Caribbeans, the families, Titilayo spoke about, the self-employment and people, and because of governance issues, Africans and Caribbeans are normally sometimes need that support. Is the council doing something to support Black people?
Of course, yeah. I mean, as I said, we're quite progressive in terms of making sure that, communities are looked after. I mean, there's funds in that you can access, hardship funds, you can access things like, fridges, whatever you need in difficult periods of time, you can access that. But I think in terms of the funds for the food projects, I mean, at the beginning of COVID, I ran the Hungry Must Be Fed project. We fed over 1,000 people. We used to deliver
Everybody get ready, you're coming live now.
Made freshly and frozen, and then we used to do 7 meals, 7 lunches and 7 evening meals delivered to the community. We've got, the Pakistan Centre, they do a lot of work. Our Muslim community do a lot of work in food preparation and making sure that it goes out to community. And it is about working together with community organisations and also making sure that we've got the funding to support them to do that. It was really, really difficult times. I would say we had, universal credit first, which created a lot of food and fuel poverty, and now we've got COVID, which is also creating food and fuel poverty. And so we're able to support people in terms of vouchers for, gas or electricity, and then with hampers. I mean, this year alone, the amount of Christmas hampers that have gone out in our community is unbelievable. And that's been with community organisations come together with the local authority fund and many of those initiatives through our neighbourhood fund. And this is really good. You need to understand what your elected members have at their disposal in your particular area, because there are funds available, but if you don't know about it, then you don't know how to access it. But as I said, this relationship, this partnership between the not-for-profit sector and the city council is crucial, because that we can reach out to the most vulnerable in communities and do it in a really sensitive way. Nobody really likes to admit that they're struggling financially or that they've got no food in the cupboard, but by working with community networks and community leaders and activists, we're able to identify quite quickly who needs our assistance and then get that assistance out to them.
And are we able to support the elderly community?
Of course, yeah. They fall under our vulnerable.
Definitely,
yeah. They can fall under our vulnerable community, and so elders are very well looked after. I mean, we've got toys, pajamas. I mean, I've just dropped a van load of toys and pajamas off to the Caribbean Centre yesterday. I mean, I'm talking about a full van, not a little van, a big van. And we've got so many initiatives. I mean, the city's really generous in terms of giving. So Christmas time, we didn't do that even before COVID, because we know that there are families who struggle. And so we get hampers going out, so we've got food hampers going out. We had vouchers, Tesco vouchers of £25 going out to households who were struggling. I mean, and we've been able to build on that, and we've done that as a collective approach. And so we all do what we can do. We had one of our community organisations cooked 1,000 Christmas meals that could be frozen, put in the freezer and reheated on Christmas Day. And so it's just about a collective approach. We just have to bring people together to make sure that we look after the most vulnerable.
Thanks so much, Juliet. Thanks so much, everyone. I believe because of time, we've actually taken the Lord Mayor's time today. And I'm so happy. Thank you, Anna. I'm so happy. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for taking your time out Thank you for the wisdom, for everything they actually got in from you. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, and I believe when next we invite you again, you're going to come on our show. Normally we have a one-day event every year, but because of the pandemic, we've had to spread it out to have online, just to encourage the businesses in our community. So we believe by next year, when we want to have the one-day open, COVID will be over. Then we'll be able to have you on ground.
Well, that would be a pleasure. I would love to come and see you all, face to face, the other side of this COVID pandemic, when people can come together. But really, honestly, it's been a pleasure joining you this evening. Great speaking to everybody. Some fantastic questions. I hope I was able to, answer them to the best of my ability. I have answered all of the questions.
Yes.
And let's stay in touch. This is something that we need to keep this dialogue going, and where we can learn from each other from different cities, different city councils, etc. Then we need to share the good practice going forward.
Thank you so much. Thanks everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let the Lord Mayor go. I'm going to let you go tonight, right now, because we still have our reunion party after this. So everyone, please join us online. Thank you, Lord Mayor. Thank you so much.
Oh well, I'm sure there's going to be some good music.
Yeah, good music. Thank you
Enjoy
so
yourself.
much. Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, thank you everyone, thank you.
Wow.
So guys, we are going live right now. We're going live on Pacesetters Online Business Expo, Business Exhibition, Business Delight, Business Advertisement, Business Marketing. We're going live right now to our grand finale reunion. So I'm sure we are all excited. Please, I'd like to invite my special people on stage. Like someone told me recently, I was asking me, how do I choose the people I work with? I said I work with people that are powerful. People that are powerful, people that have like minds, people that have their own vision, that you can share your vision with, and they'll be able to carry your vision at the same time continue with your vision. See, they're looking gorgeous tonight. I'm halfway there. I'm trying. I'm halfway there. So I'm going to call them one after the other, so you can see them, because they are all glammed. As in really, really glammed from head to toe in all our exhibitors' outfits. So tonight, first person I'm going to invite, I'm going to use the way we look in the arrangement on that fly. The way we're looking so hot. Who was next to me? Oh yeah, before I finish, this is a beautiful outfit from Stunning Look. And I'm looking stunning. Wait. What do they call this hair? Bone straight hair from Thames. So right now I'm going to invite them one after the other to the stage. I'm going to start with Comfort. Comfort is she was a footballer. She inspired so many people in the community. I'll tell you. Please welcome, yes, Comfort. She's amazing, really. I can't tell you how these people have affected my life in this project, and that's why I'm so happy to have on stage tonight. Comfort.
Thank you for having me.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Comfort for you. You want to meet her, you want to know her, you want to know what she does in the community. Just check her profile on Facebook. Check her out in the Nigerian community. For women's, the women, what do you do with the women organization? She's there, really. She's there to support every other cause that you want, everything you want to do. So, welcome, Comfort.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So now I'm going to call on Tayamika. Tayamika. Please move closer to me. Yeah. Now you all know Tayamika. She grilled me last week. Like all the questions I was She's a fashion designer. She makes lovely fascinators, lovely outfits. She's an award-winning fashion designer. She has a family. She's beautiful. She knows what she's doing. She's a go-getter, like every other person here. So Taya, you're welcome. You're looking good this night. So here I have, see, I'm saving some people for last. Don't worry, these people are very special. I'm saving them for last. So I have here, I'm going to call on Elo. I always call her name wrong. And then she will say, you have called my name. She will say, you have called my name wrongly. Why? So I'm calling Elo. She's insurance. Anything you want her to say.
Don't see it.
Okay. Anything you want her to say, she will say. I mean, anything you want her to talk, she will talk. This one, she carries the MC job. She carries it along with her wherever she's going to. She has everything it takes to be a game player. She has everything it takes to actually make it. She's a go-getter, and I love her dearly. Come on, Ella.
And I am in Tayamika.
And she's here.
And Temide.
All right, so I have here again tonight. Now, everybody I'm inviting on, I've done one interview or the other, and we're going to be talking about the interviews we've done. From the interviews, we're going to be talking about how those things have impacted us and what we have gained alongside, and how we have moved and how we can actually advise those businesses as well. So I have with me, she's a graduate, she's a PhD holder, right?
MSc.
She MSc. She's a master's holder in human resources. She manages the admin, the day. She's in Tayamika tonight. So I'm going to invite Jay today. Jay today, she likes being called Yeti. Yeti of Pacesetters. So that's Jay today.
I'm wearing ties tonight. I'm wearing Temi's hair. I'm taking all this home. You should know.
And finally, MC, our host for tonight. Because I'm not the host. For this particular session, I'm not the host. Our host for tonight, she's been working background. If you've been to Pacesetters, any of our expos in the past, you'll know that yes, she's all in. She'll be up, down, doing this, even when I'm not there. It will look as if she's the person, she's the founder of the event. She started her own business, Naledi. She makes lovely wigs. Naledi International, is it? Or just Naledi? HQ, yeah, that's headquarters. Naledi HQ, she's a graduate of a law graduate actually, so she ventured into business. So I'm inviting Annie, come off stage.
Annie Muketa.
Hi everyone.
So Annie, I'm going to vacate this seat for you. So tonight, Annie, all over to you.
Okay, everyone, good evening and welcome to Pacesetters Business Expo reunion. We've had our guests and our interviewers all introduced yourselves, so we're going to get cracking. We're going to go with the first question. So if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. If you're on Zoom, if you're on Facebook, drop it in the comments. If you're on Instagram, you know what to do, drop it in the comments as well. So I'm going to start with comfort. So our first question is, tell us how you felt when our CEO, Titi, invited you to come on board the Pacesetters team.
I was excited. It's not something that I've done before, but I was really excited to do the interviews. The good thing was she literally went through the whole process with me, giving me ideas and tips on how to go about it, making me really comfortable to be able to do the interviews. So yeah, it was more of an excitement and I did it afraid.
Okay, good. So would you say our CEO, Titilayo, is like a people raiser? Does she raise people?
Most definitely. I think working with her for the last couple of months now, doing the online exhibitions has just been so inspiring. You know, it's just her drive, you know, and her tenacity and just the encouragement that she gives to everyone that works with her. For me, it's just, you know, mind blowing. So yeah, she's indeed, you know, a purpose carrier.
Good. So we're gonna go over to Taya Make. So I'm not gonna ask you the same question. I'm gonna ask you the next question is: have you done any interviews before? Because I watched some of your interviews and you're a natural. It's like you've been presenting for BBC and Radio City Lab and everything. So tell us, have you done this before?
Do you know what? All I can say is Titi must have. I know she has a good eye for talent because she's brought out something out of me that I didn't even know existed. So that I have to give that one to Titi because that was my first experience of it all, and I just went in there, dived in, and just got on with it, and it's been an awesome journey.
Good. So can you tell us a bit about your outfit today? Is this one of your creations?
Yeah, this is one of my creations, part of my classic collection, which was Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, wow.
So this dress was part of a collection that I created, and what I wanted out of those pieces was to create something that was timeless and that I can put away, come back to in 2 years' time, 4 years' time, and I can still wear it.
Okay, wow. It looks very beautiful.
Thank you.
So we head up to Elo. I hope I'm saying your name properly.
Hello.
Elo. Okay, I have to do Elo. Okay. So Elo, what impact has this year made in your life? Career, business, personal? I wouldn't know.
Well, this year, what it's done, it's given me the chance to sit back and really just learn a lot of additional skills. I have been on so many courses online. It's a free course I'm jumping on. I've learned so much. And it's actually made me love, because I MC a lot and everything, and public speaking and all that is my thing. And it's made me just want to do that so much more because everything's just online. Everything's online now. So I've had the chance to really, really hone my skills and really build on that. So 2020, thank you.
So what positive improvement would you say those courses have done to your life?
Oh gosh, yeah, it made me appreciate so many things that I didn't know, like Satya said as well, that I really didn't know were sitting dormant inside of me. So it's that time for reflection. There weren't no parties going on, no weddings, nothing. So my weekends, where I'd normally be like out there, go woo, at someone's birthday party or whatever, it was spent at home just going through things and really retrospectively looking and saying, okay, how do I want to move forward when all this is over? And yeah.
Good. But and last but not least, Yeti, our presenter of the life. Okay. So what would you like to do? Would you like to do this again next year? And if you were called, would you take the opportunity and run with it?
Yeah, I think I was like the first person she called and said, oh, let's do this. I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? You get what I mean? And it's the vision behind it as well. Like, we're all home doing nothing, and there are businesses that need to move on, and people don't know how to go out there, how to put themselves out there. And this is just a way of giving back to the community. And it's not like we're all paid to do this. We only did it out of our passion for it, and out of madam in the house. So push you. I know. So, and so far so good, really. And it's not only just for the community as well. It is also for us to put in our portfolios, if you get what I mean. Yeah, it's whatever you put on the web is there for life. If you get. Yeah, so.
Okay.
And so far it's been really great.
So in 5 words, each of you 5 words, what's it been like working with Titi Layo? Think about, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think. Would you count down? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Yeti, 5 words, what's it been like working with Titi Layo?
It's been great. It's been annoying. It's been an eye opener. And she's also like a big sister, so when she annoys me, you know.
5 words.
5 words, okay. I've got more than. Okay, awesome, amazing, it's been great, and it's been annoying, don't forget that, and one more word. It's been an eye-opener.
5 words.
Fun, exciting, I call the creation beautiful, annoying. Titi, she wants a Zoom meeting like every 5 minutes. Let's get together. Oh no, well, I love her. I do. I've got time for Titi. So, and number 5, 2020. Go on.
Inspirational, aspirational, kind, loving, and go-getter.
Wow.
I would say amazing. It's been a learning. She's a good teacher, so it's been a learning curve for me. I've learned a lot of determination in her. Indeed, just like Tamika just said, go-getter. And it's been interesting, I would say, because it's not something I've done before, so definitely interesting.
Good. Okay, so we're going to move on. I'm going to ask you about the interviews you've done over the season. I'm not sure if you guys have caught the interviews, but if you haven't, they're on Facebook. You can check them out on Pacesetters Business Expo. All our interviews are there. All our interviews on Instagram. If you've missed any of them, just get quickly on Facebook, have a recap, check out the businesses we have available. We have ones in Liverpool, outside Liverpool. Pacesetters, we're trying to go international. Soon we'll come to Nigeria, we'll come to Africa, so get ready. If you're ready, be ready for next season. Season 2, you heard it here first. So, I'm going to go to Elo. Tell us about the businesses you interviewed this season.
Hello. Hello. I can't hear you. Is it? Oh, sorry. Hello. Right. Okay, go. Sorry. The interviews I did the very first one with the gorgeous Tayamika. Oh, I was blown away. I'm always blown away when I see their things. The fascinators, the hat, that huge hat, the gorgeous cloak. I wanted everything. I wasn't allowed to take any. Yeah, that was amazing. She really inspires me. I don't know how she comes up with this. I don't know how she comes up with it. And then I did the cosmetics.
Citrus Cosmetics, yes.
Oh, such a gorgeous pair. Lovely couple. Just so sweet and so helpful. They're so cute together, aren't they? And I just love the way that they're just so passionate about their brand and just wanting to help people of color just get the products that they need without having to travel out of town. So yeah, I love both interviews, really did.
Okay, since you mentioned Tayamaka, if you're wearing Tayamaka this evening, can you stand up and give us a twirl? Okay, O'Shea, come on. 1, 2. Okay, Yeti, go first. We do walkway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Elo, you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Tayamaka, since this is your creation, you go. We'll give you one way. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, Tayamaka, since Elo interviewed, where can we find your outfits on for those who are interested?
I've got a website. If you want to just have a look, I've got some lookbooks on my website. I've got an Etsy store that you can, with some ready-to-wear stuff on there, and you can also request a custom order via my Etsy store. And I am available on social media, so anybody can get in touch with me on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, and yes, I'm there through my website or directly, or just phone me.
Okay, good. So since you have the mic, I'm going to ask you, tell us about the businesses you interviewed.
Wow, it's been quite a journey. We started in July and we're in December.
It's a long time. Yeah.
I did say to Titi, this is so outside of my comfort zone, but if you give me fashion and beauty related businesses, it's something that I do, so that would be quite natural to me. So I think I did about 8, and then I was there for another 2 as a model and assisting. So it's been quite a journey with Titi. So the very first one I did was Captain Heaven. We went to a gorgeous farmhouse manor in Chester, and we were just I was just so grateful that she could do it, because her husband was actually going into surgery.
Oh wow.
And we had to really be careful. We had to get creative when it came to the social distancing, making sure we stayed safe and away from him, and she closed off the house and everything. So, and we were sanitizing, had masks on and everything, just to make sure. But she agreed to do it, so that was amazing. And she's got some beautiful caftans and stuff. It's all on there. Go on Pacesetters to see everything. And then the next one I did was Amazing F. Her name's Diana. She's in the US,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got some amazing natural products. And she also does like crystals and energy bracelets and all the positive stuff. And that was interesting. The next one I did was with Shifa. She does fragrances. And she really, really was excited. Well, not beforehand. She was really nervous because
Mhm.
she hadn't done anything like it. But it was such a positive experience for her because she came out of her comfort zone. And because of Pacesetters, she was able to put together her
Mhm.
website, and people can buy off her website now.
Okay, that's good.
And she's
That's
put
good.
things in place as a result of Pacesetters. So that was interesting. And then the next business that I interviewed was Classy Sassy Boutique, a boutique, online boutique based on the Wirral with Sophie. I know Sophie, she's a designer like myself, and she's got a couple of brands, so that was interesting. And then the next one was Maya Dot Couture. And
Oh, Maya Dot.
really inspirational, because when we got to do the interview, she was like, you know, Taya, when I saw you, I think it was over 10 years ago, and what you were wearing, that just inspired me, and she really warmed my heart,
Mhm.
and because I didn't realize I inspired her in any way. And she managed, she dressed me, so
Mhm.
with every business that I interviewed, I tried to make sure that I was wearing their designs, and she managed to sell. One of my friends bought the skirts
Oh wow.
because they loved it that much, so
Yeah.
that was nice. And then the next one was Stunning Look, and
We love her.
oh, I'm just blown away. Like, she's just amazing. All her items, like, she's literally got an amazing business. She's an amazing person, and she's very intelligent. A perfect chemistry right there. And then the next one I did was with a brand. Well, it's actually a Zimbabwean brand that's global, also based in the UK, and it's called Send It To. And what they do, they offer, you can send airtime to any mobile in the world, and they also do money transfers. So that was really inspirational. I quite enjoyed that interview. And then I did Tamsy's hair.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun. I had lots of I streamed it live on my Instagram as well, and I had lots of positive feedback. So yeah.
Yeah. So Comfort, you tell us about some of the business you interviewed.
Yeah, I mean, in no particular order, but I think the first interview I had was with Jalia by Julie, and she's such an inspiration to every woman out there, because it's not just about the business, it's the fact that she uses her business to inspire other women and to empower them also. And what she comes up with, you know, all this Egyptian jewelries, and they are so beautiful, you know, and her business is just so beautiful, because during this pandemic, you know, you could think about a lot of businesses going underground, but she's come up with this idea of photo shoots whereby people can book her in to do photo shoots and all that good stuff. And she also caters for men as well, so it's not just women.
Yeah.
So, you know, and her delivery is just so beautiful. So, you know, I was really inspired by her. And another person that really, you know, when I interviewed is Ibi Joker Foundation, and oh my God, if you know me, you know how important it is for people to be out there supporting the community. And that is exactly what she does. You know, she supports people with food, basic essentials. These were things, you know, people who were refugees, asylum seekers, people living with no recourse to public funds could go to her and, you know, be able to get something to take home. So for me, it was really inspiring that in our local community we have a woman like that. And the fact that she is also a foster mom to, you know, not 10, not 20 children, but more, you know, it's so beautiful that she's able to be a mom to all these children and also her biological children, and then still be able to cater for the community. It's so you know, amazing. I'm really inspired by her. I also interviewed Alexandra Toby Falade, who is a young artist. You know, this little girl, I've seen her grow. I met her when she was on her way to university, and now she is painting and creating amazing arts that are worth thousands now, and also she's using it to promote, to lend her voice to the black community, and to inspire other young black people. One of the questions that was asked was, how often do you see, typical African people, if you allow me to say, no offense, I'm African as well, so, I can talk about it, go to art exhibitions to, really applaud, what they're doing in there, but not that much. So she is also using that opportunity that she's got, even as an artist, to draw people, because most of her pictures are paintings from her childhood,
Oh, wow.
and her family and everything. So she's a young artist that is really inspiring. So, and that is the beauty about, Pacesetters online exhibition. It's brought the young, the middle-aged, and the old, and everybody, promoting their business. So it was really, really, inspiring for me.
Good. So Yeti, talk about some of the businesses you interviewed.
The first business I interviewed was, what's it called now? Salad Master, and it was an eye-opener because I thought we were just selling pots. And because in this day and age, we've got obesity, we've got so many health problems that everyone has incurred from the way we eat, the way we live our lifestyles and everything. And this is a business that is saying you can actually get all the nutrients that you can get from your food and not overcook them, but to get all the nutrients that would help your body and help you shed that weight that you want to lose, or help you, just be healthy. And yes, it is expensive, but it's for life. I see the sense in it, because if you buy pots, every time you keep changing your pots, but then you buy stainless steel that you use for life.
Yeah, I have one too, and it's working just fine for me.
Yeah, so I love that business, and I would buy one soon. Everybody knows I'm a fitness freak. I'm always doing my running every day. So and I love my food as well. So if I can eat it healthy, it would help. It would help. And then after Salad Master, I did, you guys should remind me. I did DigiShot. No, it wasn't after. It was DigiShot. I did DigiShot, and we delved into the world of photography, and it made us, like, I'm one of those people that you mentioned. I'll be like, how much are you charging me for, this little session? And when he explained all the equipment that he has bought and how much he's invested in it, and oh my God, like, I'll never look at photography in that way again. So if you're not going to use your phone camera, when you call the cameraman, you just get what you pay for. Because he explained that if he's bringing all those equipments to your party and he's giving you those memories that you keep for life, other than, when you call this I've had it before. I called the cameraman for my birthday photo shoot, and he remembered those pictures.
Yeah.
He was blessed, I'm not going to lie. But then I paid £100. I got £100 worth of pictures. But the truth is, DigiShots was awesome, interviewing DigiShots as well. And then I did, what did I do? I've done so much.
Yeah.
My God, I did Yentex. That woman with so many talents. Yentex, I was the only person that interviewed someone from America, by the way. So.
First person. I was the one.
Okay, moving on. She's awesome. Till today, I'm still texting her to say, how much is this? How much is this? Like, she does everything. She does hair. She does clothes. She does cream. She's like master of all. She's really good. She's someone that I look up to, when it comes to business. She's really there. And you can see that the tenacity. And some people delve into businesses and they're just halfway there. She's like all the way there in all the businesses that she does. And I enjoyed interviewing her. And I got a glowing oil from that as well. Thank you very much.
And are you using the oil?
I am using it, but I'm using like in bits, so it doesn't.
Please. I know I didn't interview anybody.